Hi, and thank you for watching TargetedWest.com. This is DJ Chris. I'm in my trusty camper. It's finally cooled down. I think it's 94 degrees here in beautiful Lodi. The opinions of our guests are their own and not that of Targeted West or DJ Chris. It is the 14th of July, 2024. It's 6 p.m. here Pacific time, and of course, the Targeted West show goes on. We're a fourth industrial revolution type call. We talk about V2K, directed energy weapons and such like that. So if you're watching me on your favorite platform, please like, subscribe, and make a comment, please. So this is call number 121, and we have Armando with us for a return visit, and he has his Silent Night technology he'd like to discuss. So without further ado, I'd like to bring in Armando. Hello, how are you?
How you doing, everybody? How you doing, DJ?
Hey, good. So you've been chugging along with your orders and getting your Silent Night out to people, and they've been pretty happy so far, from what I've heard.
From the most part, yes. Everybody's got different symptoms, like you could say, or the different technologies that are used against them. And for the most part, the Silent Night's been a pretty roundabout device to help with a lot of that. Definitely have a lot of good reviews that we just copy and paste from the reviews that they leave us in the email. We just pretty much copy and paste it to our website. So the reviews you see on our website is straight from the customers' feedback. And we've been pretty busy. Finally catching up on orders. It's been pretty hectic this past 3 months, but we're chugging along.
That's great. And the device is the Silent Night. And of course, you discussed this technology before on the call. And I know one of the people that you sold a device to was Anna Toledo and Richard Lighthouse. And Richard Lighthouse even quoted to say that indeed is working for him. And he says it doesn't work for everybody, or everybody's case is different, but he says he's getting results from it. So I saw that, and that was very interesting.
Yeah, he was. I've been working with him for the past almost 5 years. Shoulder to shoulder, pretty much. He doesn't live too far away from me, but he was very skeptical about the device for a long while, and when he finally realized that it was doing something for him, being around Anna's device, he went ahead and ordered one, and he was surprised because he's very technical and very scientific when it comes down to things like this, and
he doesn't work for NASA, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he's very specific on anything that is tested or claims that works for a certain thing. He's very skeptical about a lot of stuff, but I don't blame him. And when he finally realized that this is doing something for him, he even uses it for when he has trouble with his computer. Like, I guess when they're hacking it or jacking with it remotely, he'll turn it on and able to actually do what he wanted to do without them messing with it. So I thought that was pretty cool, because I really didn't make the device for that specifically, but it's definitely helping a lot of people. And he was saying, I think yesterday, he was telling me that definitely doing something for the medical implants to help with their corrupting the information that they're getting from the implants that they've put in so many people illegally. So definitely, and I've updated the design. The old design worked off of USB power. The new design actually works off of 9-volt power. So it's same price for the new design, and now you don't have to clean it like you used to have with the old one, and it's a lot easier to maintain. Pretty much, it's a stronger output, and I have actually made a double the new design, we're calling it the Juggernaut, but I made a double Juggernaut in one device that is double the output voltage of the new design. So the first initial design was carrying about 3,000 volts on the output, and the new design now is up to upwards of 15,000 volts. But it's still not enough to kill you as far as the current goes. But it definitely puts that field, the electrical field, a lot stronger.
That's safe around most computers and cell phones and such, of course.
Well, at a certain distance.
At a certain distance, as long as you adhere to that.
Right.
Good. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's in our disclaimer and our waiver, in our instructions. Not to put any sensitive devices too close to it. Roughly 6 to 8 feet away from it. But yeah, I mean the double Jaeger, it costs just $100 more, and that one puts out 30,000 volts. It's definitely a very strong device, and it.
How does it work with V2K? Have you had anybody with any results from that?
Oh yeah. I have one. I guess I can't really. I should ask him if I could use his name, but in Colorado, I have a gentleman in Colorado that, as soon as he plugs it in, he's like, dude, that thing, it just pretty much wipes it completely out. And I've had some other people say that it lowers the volume of the V2K to the point where they can ignore it easily, and and just don't mind it and able to ignore it.
Which is really important to know, because when you get the volume down, you can ignore it, as I've learned. But I have to go through several processes, including grounding myself outside for a few hours and all that. But I can get it down, and the reduction of the volume, of course.
Grounding is essential for just your body's natural way to fight the fight the inflammation of your body. I've seen some studies done where you can literally see the body reduce the inflammation just by touching ground with your foot, and this was like instantly. So I thought it was very fascinating to see that live, how grounding does so much for your body, whether you have a V2K or not,
Does it help with the remote neuromonitoring, or the ability to feel like you're being suggested upon by dark, ugly things?
Yes. For many people that have given us feedback, we don't always get the feedback we want. And I understand, I'm the type of person that never gives any kind of reviews on eBay or Amazon. I just want to get my stuff and go. And I understand that, people are busy and don't have time for, silly things like that. But the feedback we do get, and especially with Anna too, she calls herself my guinea pig, but, because it's very easy for me to get good feedback from her, because she's in the same town, and not states away where I can't visually see what's going on and measure anything. So with her, she really gives good feedback with everything that we're testing, and we're actually testing 2 devices that potentially can disable medical implants, and we're working on permanently disabling them. So that's definitely something to look forward to in the near future.
Very good. So you have now the customer service part all squared away, and your associate there is helping you at the house. So you've got that going.
Definitely.
And
definitely. I try my best to. Yeah. Go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you had a couple of customer service questions and issues before, so I'm glad you've addressed that.
Yeah, I mean, we do. Nobody's perfect, and usually if somebody leaves an email with concerning a question about the device, or if their device stops working for some reason, we try to take care of it as soon as possible. As soon as I get home, I get the memo of who called or who left the email, and I'm able to call them right away as soon as I get it to see what's going on. Um, and sometimes I got other things going on besides the orders and stuff. Like the whole storm. Yeah, we were out of power for a while for about a week, and I was still trying to get these orders out, even running a generator and every night going out looking for gas because after about the second or third night, it gets harder and harder to find gas. And
I could imagine. My goodness, that's dedication.
Well, we got to keep going. You can't just stop because we don't have any power. But luckily, I was able to barter with somebody for a pretty good sized generator, and it was able to power everything in the house minus the AC. So I was able to work in the garage, limited to what I was tools I was using, but I was still able to work in the garage for the most part. But these last few nights that we didn't have power, I mean, I had to turn the generator off at night and not run it all night because we didn't have enough gas. So it was a little hectic, got a little hairy there towards the last few nights of not having power, but we got power now. So, but yeah, we're excited.
That's good.
Anna's been using two of the other devices we've been testing for disabling implants, but it seems like some of the implants have not been reprogrammed. But she does when she goes out into town and stuff. She notices some of the implants come back to life or get reprogrammed, and we're working on actually so where that doesn't happen. We permanently disable them, pretty much fry them to where they can't be reprogrammed or repaired. But that it's
could you configure one of your devices to work in a car?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You're able to run
you around, and if you have implants and stuff and you haven't fried them out, at least you can get relief to go shopping.
Right. No, it's cordless. So and we've been using a two-way radio charger to charge the batteries the way I have the batteries set up. So but they last a long time without the need for a charge.
So it comes with a battery inside of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that's incredible. And then you just use a regular charger to plug it in.
Right. Well, the charger is it's from a Bofeng two-way radio, 2-meter radio. So it's charges like a 8.4 volts, which is not really common. But it's lithium-ion battery, so you got a deep, you got long capacity with those batteries. You got good, strong output power, and it's not too hard to charge them. It doesn't take too long to charge them. But that's what I use for most of my devices that are cordless is lithium ions batteries because of their capabilities of output and the ease of charging them. So definitely it looks positive. Definitely looks positive for the near future.
How does your device do in extreme heat environments? I know most people have air conditioning, but in case they didn't, does your device work well in adverse temperatures?
Yeah, I mean, my garage is not air conditioned, and we've been having some 105 index heat this past almost month, and in the garage is where most of the time I test them. So they test for usually for 48 hours. So it's testing through humidity, high humidity, and high heat. They get a little warm, but not to the point of where you can't hold them,
Gotcha. That's good news. Great. We're talking to Armando. He has a Silent Night technology, and you're listening in right now to TargetedWest.com. We've got a great crowd. We're packed in, and the chat room's going wild. Armando was here before with the previous get-together, and that was quite a successful video. So we're glad to have him back again. So what motivated you to make this device in the beginning?
In the beginning, really, it started with my wife, and then after that, my daughter. But for the Silent Night, it was Anna that brought back this project of mine that was pretty much in the grave, only because I was using something else for what they were doing to my wife. But the what I had made for my wife before didn't really take care of the other technologies that they're using on us, like the Silent Night does. The Silent Night is, like I said, it's a roundabout device that really covers a lot of the technologies being used on us, and I never thought, like, bringing a old project back to life like this would help somebody so much. So when Anna got here at first, like, it was a mess. She was a mess, and compared to now and back then, it's a huge difference on how she was and how she is now. And it's from my wife and my daughter and Anna, it's the reason why I keep doing it. And the feedback and all the people, the customers that I talk to, and a lot of some customers I talk to almost at least 2 or 3 times a week, especially for those night owls that are up late at night like me. We end up talking while I'm working, and I got to know a few of these customers, and it's just normal people like you and me, and down to earth.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Honest.
Well, that's a good reason to be motivated. That for sure, family and your people around you. Yeah, that's tried.
It's definitely,
that's true.
It's definitely.
That's from the heart. Yeah, I like that.
I think it's the gratitude that I feel from helping people out. Like, it's very satisfying as far as doing something important with your life. And I used to pray to God back then. I hope He can use me to make a difference in this world. And I never thought it'd be like this. You gotta be careful what you pray for.
That is true.
The way you word things is definitely important.
And you do this work from home, so you work at home, and then you have a job you do, so you're doing quite a bit every day, and that's commendable. So if someone wanted to find out more about this device, what is your website URL again, please?
The website URL is TargetedWest.com. If you try to do a Silent Night lookup on Google, it's not going to show you. If you try DuckDuckGo, I think I found it maybe about 6 pages deep. So if to get straight to the website, I would definitely put TargetSourceLLC.com on the URL, and that'll take you straight to our website. We haven't had too many issues anymore with people being blocked from our website after we, added Cloudflare and a few other firewalls, I guess you could say, to stop those DDoS attacks. And it's been a little smoother now ever since we got that Cloudflare and the other website security.
The publisher, the people that print my books, have to use Cloudflare because they were getting DDoS.
Yeah, and that's what was happening to ours at first. The first month we launched.
You must have hit a nerve. You hit a nerve, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah, I got after our interview last time. I had 2 burn spots on my face that took about 2-3 months to heal.
Oh, they definitely. Good. Yeah. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah, you told me about that, and you said that as soon as you're feeling better, we'll go and do a second show. So I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, there's a reason why. I mean, I guess they were knocking our video call off last time, and they had me moving like left and right. I didn't want to say nothing, during the show, but they were hitting me pretty hard, and I was just trying to keep moving to to finish the interview and take it, I guess, and
I
not
know
complain. But
you were even up on the roof of your house and garage at one point. I remember that.
yeah. I mean, it was
You're trying
ridiculous.
to
They
find
really
a place where you could get comfort, and yeah, they're hitting
that
you.
and the
You must have
and the,
really got somebody's attention, obviously.
oh yeah, definitely. When you only get flack when you're over the target, and I've had a few cases of sabotage during the shipment, and of course the UPS just gives me the kind of give me a runaround saying, well, you need to package your device differently and use different kinds of packaging techniques. And they totally ignored the fact that somebody got into our shipment, literally into our package, and that's interstate commerce. That's federal offense, and it's just. But I think that was only about
The CIA's been involved with the post office for quite a long time, and UPS and FedEx.
And the reason why I use UPS is because I've had less problems with them than USPS and FedEx. And as far as down here in Texas, I don't know about up north. I hear a lot of TIs up north have problems with FedEx or UPS rather than FedEx. And so I guess it's just where you're at and how many idiots they have working for them.
Probably, yeah, I agree. So great. So how long does it usually take between when someone places an order and you ship the device to them? What's the usual turnaround time for that?
Usually the turnaround time is between 4 to 6 weeks. But recently, with all the storms we've been having and the power going out, I got a little behind. But we're definitely catching up. Right now, I actually have my friend's brother going to help me out on the weekends when he's not working and he doesn't have his kids, to help me get some more of these devices out, so that we can be, because what I really want to be is when somebody makes an order, I want to ship it out that same day I get that order. But I got to get ahead, and I can't do it by myself if I want to get ahead. So. I've tried hiring a few different people, including my brother, but that, you just can't. There's a rule. You don't hire your family when you're doing your business for the most part.
Yeah,
I worked
with family in the '70s. It wasn't good.
Yeah, and my dad with his company that he had, he definitely put all his kids to work. I called it child labor, but. My brother worked for him too, and of course my brother always gave him a hard time with a lot of stuff, but I didn't take too much of his shenanigans. I just let him go. It's not that I couldn't trust him; it's just the quality of work and him pretty much doing what he wanted. He was very stubborn, and even though he was older, he just was a hard-headed. Listener, so it didn't work out too well with him. But I do have high hopes for my friend's brother that's going to help me out. So he has a regular day job during the week, and he's recently got divorced, so he don't always have the kids on the weekends. But he was telling me that he wanted to have some kind of a side job on the weekends to make some extra money, and I told him, you know what, I think you would fit perfect to help me out on the weekends when you could. So definitely going to try him out next weekend, I think he said. So I've worked with him before, not with this, but I've worked with him before, and he's definitely he's got integrity and he's a hard worker. So I think, and I've known him.
And then you'll eventually have extras in stock and can ship them immediately.
That's where I want to. Eventually, that's where I want to be, and I think I can get there with a little bit of help. And as long as we stop getting hit with these manipulated weather anomalies, I think we'll be okay.
Well, they've been manipulating the weather for almost 2 centuries. They used to have charlatans come into town and use a whole bunch of different chemicals in a cauldron up in the sky and a big tower. And if the farmers got rain that year, they would get compensated. But if it was a dud, they'd get run out of town.
Right. Well, I didn't
That
know
was 200 years ago, and now it's geoengineering.
I didn't know it sprung back 200 years ago. I know back when Kennedy was in office, they were already in the works of controlling, modifying weather, and that was in the 60s. And then the white papers came out back in 2018, I think, that they perfected weather modification back in 1986.
I didn't know that. Well, it's interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen much of that till I moved over here to Central Valley, and I see a lot of geoengineering only during the winter time. They don't do it during the summer when there's a lot of eyes. That's my opinion.
Right.
They don't want people seeing it.
Of course not. And like I was telling you earlier, down here in Texas, they passed a legislative that bans any kind of geoengineering and cloud seeding and the chemtrails. So they're still doing it behind the clouds when it's very cloudy and we got
you told me that
clouds.
Can you say that again? Can you tell the audience what you saw when the clouds cleared?
Yeah, there every now and then when we get those little storms, you'll have little patches of clear sky, and I was able to see through the storm clouds up into the higher atmosphere, and I could see the lines like they had just made a pass, and it was just feathering out and spreading. So it was very apparent. It was obvious what they were doing, and you can't really see it. I mean, nobody really looks up when it's storming like that. But as of lately, this past 2-3 years, I've been looking a lot to the skies lately, and you'd be surprised what you see at night in the middle of the night.
So you got through all that weather stuff, and you're still able to produce this device. And
we got a little behind, but.
Yeah, but you're catching up, and people. Do you have an email, or is there a way to contact you on your website?
I actually have my number, my personal business number on the website. So if you make a call to that number, that's actually my phone, and our email is on the website. Everything to contact us is on the website.
So you've updated it. Great. So they can go ahead and get that information and contact you. That's great.
Yeah. Yep. We don't hide behind no remote customer service in India or something. We're family, run business, and family run business. You have to be on the same level with the people that you're working with, as far as talking with them and getting feedback to see what you can do better. And you just be surprised the people that you actually end up talking to sometimes end up being pretty damn good people that you kind of want around you. It's hard to find that nowadays.
Are you finding a lot of Christians that are targeted with and use this technology too?
Christians, most of the customers they are Christians. Most of them believe in God, and it's just very easy to see that they're attacking, just like in the politics. They're attacking.
Do you think it's a spirituality fight against us, and the people that are religious and Christians are being attacked? Because I believe that.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely can agree to that. No, I don't think it was anything religious or reasons why my wife and I were first targeted, but that's definitely happening now, without a doubt.
Well, I became religious after I got the V2K because, I started praying, and I said, well, you got to know who you're praying to. Can't just pray to the sky. So, it made me religious again, which I had been as a child. So,
right.
But I wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, I kind of found my faith again. My wife kind of helped me do that when we first got together, and I was in a kind of a low place at that time, and was not having too much faith in God, and the things that I experienced in that short time, I came back to 130%. You know, for what I experienced could not be done by any AI or any kind of powers other than God and our guardian angels. And you know, there's nothing that could shake my faith after what I've experienced with my wife.
Gotcha. Okay, that's great. We're talking to Armando, and he's got the Silent Night, KNIGHT technology, and we're interviewing him right now. We're going to talk for a few more minutes and then open up the call for questions, of course. And this is DJ Chris here at TargetedWest.com. You can reach me at djchris@targetedwest.com if you have any questions about this interview, or if you would like to be interviewed on this call, please get a hold of me and I can arrange for a time for us to get together. So Armando, it was very good talking to you. I want to ask you a question about your targeting. How do you think you were targeted, and who do you think might be it? Because in my case, I'm thinking it's a DOJ or a contractor because they're always law and order in my head. And of course, I was at a dark place when I first got targeted too, and have come through that. So thanks to God and time and healing. But have you ever figured that out, how you got targeted, or your family?
Not. We have some ideas, but mainly I think it's a bunch of nerds that play too much video games in Space Force.
I agree.
For the most part,
people don't know there's an actual Space Force now, this legal group, and it is. As a matter of fact, the other day my V2K said that they were coming from Shriver and that they were part of the Space Force, and I don't know whether to believe them or not, but I kind of believe them. But the way they talk is satanic, and they say they're the Illuminati, but of course you can say anything you want to who you are on V2K, and you know, I'm not going to believe them anyway. So, but I'm really great hearing about this device. If I ever come into some extra cash, I will definitely get hooked up. And
I mean, has your V2K gotten worse recently, or?
It's the same exact stuff. What I do is I ignore it a lot and basically play music and things to drown it out.
Yeah, with me, they didn't do the same thing like they did with my wife. With my wife, it was 24/7 put downs, constant put downs, and you know they wouldn't let her sleep. It was that bad. And with me, they tried to do at first the voice of God, and I just like kind of laughed, and I just said, God does not talk to me that way. Try again, you know. And after that, they pretty much would watch me, I guess, through my eyes sometimes when I would be working outside on projects for the house, and trying, you know, just trying new things out. And they would kind of, I guess, make bets on with each other on if it's whatever I'm doing is going to work or not. You know, but a lot of that has quieted down these past few months. Perhaps maybe because I'm always around.
How did you get the V2K to reduce?
Well, I think it's just having all these devices being tested around me in the garage. There's no way for them to get a clean backscatter signal, so to speak, for that R&M link. So I think
because you're putting out many devices with a full spectrum static signal, and there's no way they can get through that.
It's not a entirely full spectrum. I mean, it's a huge spectrum that we're talking about. But what I've recently, not too long ago, found out that my device actually acts as a negative ion generator to help with ozone inside your house or in your room where you have it going. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 device. It's not as efficient as a negative ion generator would be, but it still works the exact same principle, and it does help clean the air up in your, around the device or in the room that you have it in. And I started noticing, like, we don't have hardly any particles floating in the air anymore in the rooms. Well, there's a reason for that when we got these devices going.
That's
so
a nice
definitely
that's a nice benefit. Double usage.
Yeah. Definitely, and I've spent a lot of time with certain customers that were having not really problems with the device, but problems figuring out the best way to set it up that will work for them the best. I've had a few customers that would that their device would stop working, and I'd ask them, like, did you leave it by itself at your house when you went to work? And they're like, actually, yeah, I forgot it for a day. And I'm like, well, that's probably the time they came in to sabotage it. But I didn't charge them for a whole other device. I just told them, just ship it, pay for shipping. I'll look at it, and for the most part, it was a simple capacitor that I had to replace. And I usually wouldn't charge for the part, but I would tell them, just pay for the shipping to me and pay for the shipping back to you, and we'll call it even. I usually don't charge for the time or for the part if it's something easy. Even after the 30-day money-back guarantee deal, like for the people that were really having problems and they were saying that they just weren't getting the relief, I still went a little past the 30-day money-back guarantee and was trying an older device to see if it'll work, and because we don't want to take anybody's money, but we also don't want to just give up on everybody just because the first thing or the first time they use it didn't work. A lot of my customers have given me feedback that a lot of them set up the output wires a certain way, and they say that it works best for them in this setup, and it's just everybody's different. You got to mess with it, you got to play with it, and see what you works for you and what helps you the most. Just because it's high voltage, don't be afraid to play with it. You're not going to break it.
Well, very good. It's almost time for us, actually. We're going to go to open mic mode to have people ask you questions, if you don't mind. Is that cool?
Yeah, I don't mind. I can take a few questions.
Okay, hold on, please. Well, hello. It's, of course, you'll have to star 6 to unmute yourself, Armando. Armando's here to answer your questions. If you've got any questions for Armando about his technology, right now's the time to ask. Come on in.
Hi,
I'm here.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
I hear you.
Yes.
Come on in.
Okay, hi. Thank you for being on this meeting. I was listening. I came in a little bit late, and before I entered into this, I was looking for the different, like, the pendants, and I had questions. I wondered if those pendants that you see, it's like Q-wave or something, and it covers a radius of maybe 5 feet around you to protect you from EMF. Do you know if those work?
For the most part, from what I've talked to other TIs, there's been a lot of TIs to buy the I guess the Q-wave that you get on Amazon. And I haven't had anybody give positive feedback about any of those devices on Amazon working. But that's just from what I hear.
Well, it's good to know. I mean,
no, they do.
I'm looking at the inside of it. They have a board, like a computer board inside of it that has a circuit board. And then you attach the battery goes on the back of that if you had to change it. But I mean, it looks convincing, but I just need something that works.
Well, I mean, anybody can I'm sorry. Anybody could slap a little circuit together and make it look fancy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
for people that don't know what it is, it's going to look something like something on Christmas Eve or something, just amazing. But in reality, a lot of times, especially like for in the automotive field, a lot of people make these little chips that claim that give you so much power and stuff. And when you open it up, really, it's just a few resistors and a little operational amplifier that you could buy at the local electronics store, and nothing special to it. And they just make false claims just to scam people.
Sure, just so it. And I was reading on your website something about having, children and pets. Can you use your device and put it up high somewhere, like
Yes.
on a mantle
No. That,
or hang it?
yeah.
Yeah.
What we say is if you have children or pets, to place it somewhere high so that they can't reach it, so that that there's no any kind of accidents. We don't want anything like that to happen. But I mean, this is the reason why we have the waivers signed before you make the purchase, for any kind of accidents that can happen. It's up to the buyer, or the user, to be responsible on having it and using it around children or their pets. So,
Properly.
but it's it's pretty much with anything, really. I mean, you're not going to leave your gun laying around for your kid to grab, right?
Exactly.
It's kind of like the same situation. I carry every day, all day, and I never leave the gun anywhere where my daughter knows not to grab it. It could be sitting there and she won't touch it. She knows better.
Sure.
But also, if you taking the curiosity out of that will help. Because with her, we do shooting practice with the BB gun and with the bows, and you take the curiosity out, and it really helps them make a better choice if they are brought into that position where there's no parental guidance around, and there's something dangerous like a gun. They know better than to grab it. They won't have that curiosity to try to mess with it when they already kind of do it anyways.
Absolutely.
So
the BB guns and the bows, I did that growing up.
yeah.
Actually, we did that. It was fun. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember doing it at camp in 5th grade too. It was awesome.
And you're
actually
okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you how long has this product been out in circulation? When did you start marketing?
Back in we really didn't market it, but back in March. It hasn't been that long.
Okay.
But from the feedback we've gotten, it's been helping a lot of people out, and one of the things that really kind of pushed me even harder was I think there's two customers that had kids with autism, or supposedly they were diagnosed with autism, and one of the mothers believes that her son never had autism, and he was targeted since a baby, and when he was around the Silent Night, he just acted like a totally different kid, and it really brought tears to my eyes when I saw it, from my own eyes. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not saying that this device cures autism or anything like that, but just the fact that
it's working on the brain.
Yeah, no, it's just the fact that we know that they're using technologies to try to control the human mind, and they don't have any problem attacking kids like my 4-year-old daughter. So I wouldn't put it past them to target a newborn, and from the get-go, and make the parents think that they have autism or something, and to see them react totally different when they're on the device, it was really
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of got the words that.
That's great.
Yeah. So when I saw that, it definitely put a fire to my butt to to keep on going no matter what.
Yeah. Have you heard of binaural beats? You know what that is?
Yeah. Oh yeah, binaural beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make my own. I have a little frequency generator app on my phone, and there's a little deal on there for binaural, so you can make set your own carrier beat and then your own frequency, and you can mess with it. Yeah, and then I sometimes I play it on my. Yeah, it's awesome because you're pretty much letting your brain sync up to each other.
Right.
And what they do with these and what they've been doing for decades is with these microwave pulses is pretty much that's why they attack the center of your head. Your pineal gland is pretty much your antenna to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't connect to the universe, well, then you're easily mind controlled or manipulated, and that we know that there's a high percentage of people that are highly suggestible that are pretty much
fluoride kills or calcifies the pineal gland, and that makes you more susceptible to suggestions.
And the microwave pulses pretty much also calcify the pineal gland a little bit differently than the fluoride, but it's just they don't want you connected to the universe and to God, because if you're connected, then you're resonating at a higher frequency, and if you're doing that, then they can't feed off of you, and they can't bring you down to where they can control you.
A big experiment is all it is. A huge experiment.
Well, I think that's their excuse.
Yeah, this is exactly what Stephen the Black Irishman and I talked about last week. Yeah, the frequencies trying to keep you low.
Yeah.
There's things in this world, in this dimension, that we can't understand for the most part, or that we can't explain, but we've been kept in the dark for a greater part of 5 centuries, and the people that have kept this information from us, they're the ones right now that we call either the deep state, Illuminati, or any of those factions. They've kept the knowledge to themselves because their excuse is that we wouldn't know what to do with it and it'll fall into the wrong hands. But it's already in the wrong hands.
Right.
Well, they're torturing everybody to death. Yeah.
Yes.
That's so unreal.
Okay. Well, let's go to the next question in line, please. Thank you for your question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next person in line, please, for Armando.
Hi, Armando.
Hi.
This is Chris.
How you doing?
How are you?
All right, man. I've been trying to get a hold of you, Chris.
Really?
Yeah. How you been?
I'm doing great. This is so weird because I cannot get on your website, and then
Of course not.
Just now, I went to go punch it in. I'm on DuckDuckGo, and I cannot get in it. And before I put it in with Google, and it would not work.
Yeah.
And now today, just while we've been on the call, DuckDuckGo won't work, but Google brings it up.
Wow.
And I've been trying to get on your website all the time. And anyway, this is strange. But anyway, yes, I'm doing great. I love my Silent Night, but I have a question about it because
you need to send it in so I can update it, update the Spark Gap, and get you a yeah.
Well, you know what happened? I'm telling you, this is so weird. Like, I'm laying on the couch. This just happened. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, where's my noise? Because I love that noise,
Right.
And I'm like, where's my noise? And all of a sudden my thing isn't working. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So I get a screwdriver and I'm trying to adjust it. And nothing's happening. And so I unplug it and surround it, and it doesn't work. And so I wait for an hour, and then I put it back in, and then it'll work, and it only works for like maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and then that's it.
Okay.
And I can't figure out what's wrong with it.
I think they've probably been hitting it with the microwave pulses. Yours didn't have. Did yours have the protective HVAC tape around it?
No.
No, yeah, because you're one of my first customers actually bought one from the website, and we didn't know that they were, that later on they started doing that, and a few customers brought it to my attention, and we started putting the HVAC tape around them before putting the labels on them, and it seems to really help attenuate the pulses that end up burning up the capacitors, which is it's an easy fix. They're aiming for the capacitors mainly. They're trying to send high voltage spikes through them so that they pass their voltage limit, so that they burn out.
Gotcha.
So that
someone wants your website URL again. They just came in. They're interested. Someone from the chat room.
TargetSourceLLC.com.
TargetSourceLLC.com. Gotcha.
Right. Chris, have you tried calling my phone?
No, you know what? No, because it just happened, and I did not try to talk to you yet. So I'm just so happy to see that you were on the call tonight.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been trying to find your number on my phone. It's lost somewhere in my phone, and all the messages that we had when you had first ordered it, and it's pretty much after you received it and you gave me that review and the feedback, I didn't hear from you anymore. I'm like, well, I guess it's working.
Yeah, well, let me make sure, because I don't know if I've got yours in my phone book, or maybe it's
starts with the 346.
I don't have it. Maybe I put it under Anna or something. I don't know. Armando, maybe. Can you give it to me?
Yeah, it's 346-579-8013.
8013. So do you think I can send it back to you so you can
Yeah, I can update the spark gap area to the new design, so you don't have to keep adjusting it or keep cleaning it, and it'll last you a lot longer without having to worry about any kind of residue buildup, and also get you some fresh capacitors in there.
Okay, I think that they've done something to it, because this thing goes with me, and it's been working like a charm,
Right.
So I think
they probably
I can hear
finally
hear when they hit something in my house or anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll have you two contact each other. We need to go on to the next caller, if that's okay.
Armando. I'll write a review.
Thank you, Armando, and thank you, caller. Next person in line to speak to Armando, come on in.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I hear you.
Hey, Chris. This is Anthony from Salt Lake City. Hi, Armando.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear you on this call and a little bit more information about the Silent Night. My question to you, and not to kind of put you on the spot, but I'm still waiting for mine to be delivered. I ordered it back in April, and I know we had some email correspondence about a month ago, and I know
we actually have about 5 or 6 of them on the table. I can check with my wife to see. I believe I did see your. She mentioned your name, Anthony.
Yes.
From Utah, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in Arizona.
Another...
You're sending it to Arizona. That's where
right.
My targeting started in Utah, so I'd say Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we already sent one to Phoenix. Was it Phoenix?
No, it's northern. It's north of that.
Okay, so that's the other person. I can go in and check real quick. Let's see. Actually, I could check right here where you are. She's made a bunch of labels, but hasn't been able to email anything with the power being out. But today, yesterday and today, we were able to finally get back up and going normal.
Nice.
So, you've sent me text messages to my business phone?
Oh no, I sent you an email probably 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, my wife told me about. Can you shoot me a text to my phone, and
Yeah,
we can
sure,
I
sure.
can give you a call. I can give you a call after this after the question after DJ Chris's show, and then we can go from there. I can see where you're at.
Yeah, for sure. Is it the 346-579-8013?
Correct. Yep, that's the phone I'm on right now.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Shoot me a text, and I'll get back to you. I'll give you a call.
Cool. Thanks,
Thank you.
Chris.
Thank you. You're welcome. Next person in line to ask a question to Armando. Come on in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi,
How you doing?
Laura
Hey,
from Colorado.
Laura, come on in.
I was interested in what you said about being able to discern. God wouldn't talk to me like that, or that's not something God would say. Were you always able to discern that that's a different?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when they first when I first heard it, it was I kind of just chuckled and laughed. I'm like, okay, good, nice one, guys. Try something different because that's not the way God talks to me.
That's right. I'm impressed with that. Yeah.
I mean,
it's something natural for me, but I do talk to a lot of people that are not able to discern that God is good, and He is not vengeful or spiteful. And so you usually look for feelings.
The feelings, and I get a lot of messages, I guess you could say, through numbers. I guess through our guardian angels.
Nice, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Laura. We're pretty much done with the question and answer part. If you want to contact Anthony, you can email me, or you can call him at his number that he gave out a couple times. So we're going to go ahead and switch. Anthony, you're good to go if you want to hang out after the book club together. Or not, no big deal.
We got some feedback.
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh, Chris, I just wanted to get his number again before he leaves.
Yeah, give your number one more time.
Yeah, 346-579.
579, okay.
8013.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
It's time for the TI Book Club, where every book opens a door to new worlds and shared journeys. Here, we uncover hidden gems, specially selected for TIs, and always within your reach. Be part of a community that reads together, grows together, and sees the world through the same lens. Don't just listen to stories, live them with us. Join now at bookclubs.com/TIBookClub/join, and let's turn the pages of adventure together.
Well, thank you, Mr. Announcer. Today's book is Outsmarting the Sociopath Next Door. I know of many people who have had sociopaths, including myself, but this also tells you about how to detect and outsmart a sociopath in your family, at work, or in your environment, wherever you're at. So it's written by Dr. PhD Martha Stout. It's a really good book. I mentioned it in my newsletter, so please, if you would like to check this book out, it's available at the book club. Our book club or to join is bookclubs.com/TIBookClub/join, and I'm at page 100 right now, and it's pretty interesting. Any questions about the book? Okay. We're going to go, that's about all I have for the book club. We're making it short because we're running late. Next week we'll have a new book, and of course you can join at any time. It's completely free, and you can go to TargetedWest.com to join the book club too. Just click on book club, But now we have an announcement from our friends at TI Events.
Good evening, everyone. This is Tranquility from TIEvents.org, here to guide you through an exciting lineup of events happening this coming week and beyond. So buckle up, because we've got some incredible happenings you won't want to miss. Starting with tonight, right after the Targeted West show, join Laura Ann's Voice to Heart conference call at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's Colorado's most popular TI call, where you can bring your own discussion topic and connect with a vibrant community. Don't miss this opportunity to share and be inspired. Next up on Wednesday, set your alarms, because at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, the Awake Nation radio show features a special guest, Amy Holm, owner of Amy's Audio. Amy, a fellow TI warrior, will be sharing her unique insights and experiences. This episode is bound to be enlightening and empowering, so be sure to tune in. And now, an exciting new opportunity for Michiganders. This Friday at noon Eastern, an exclusive conference call is set just for targeted individuals in Michigan. This call is special. It's the first ever meeting of the new Michigan TI group, led by Pat Robinson. Connect with fellow TIs, share your experiences, and forge a strong, supportive community. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to make a real difference together. Looking ahead to next Sunday, DJ Chris will be hosting special guest Frank S., author and founder of the new website TargetedTechTalk.com. Frank will share his groundbreaking work and insights, so mark your calendars for another unforgettable show. In August, don't miss the Havana Syndrome Task Force Rally and Conference during the 2024 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, hosted by Ann Baker. This event runs from August 19th through 22nd. Special guest Amy Holland will be offering her services. Visit TIEvents.org for more details and to register. And finally, the Targeted Action 2024 Rally in Colorado Springs from August 28th through 30th, hosted by Targeted Justice. This is set to be the largest TI awareness event ever, with over 200 attendees already signed up. During the rally, you'll hear from key speakers such as Sarah Westall, Dr. Lynn Baer, attorney Anna Toledo, Richard Lighthouse, Robert Duncan, Dr. Sally Priester, Gaji Justice, Craig LaForest, and other esteemed members of the TI community. Visit TargetedJustice.com or TIEvents.org for event details, registration, and hotel accommodations. Plus, check out our rideshare board on TIEvents.org to coordinate your travel. Before we wrap up, check out the book, TI Meetup Mastery, by yours truly, available on Amazon.com. And don't miss DJ Chris's new Beach Day adult coloring book on Lulu.com. Make sure to stay connected with our incredible host, DJ Chris. Subscribe to his Substack at substack.com/@TargetedWest for in-depth articles and updates. Follow him on Twitter at TI Club 3 for real-time news and community interactions. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, and a special thanks to DJ Chris for allowing me to share these announcements. Remember, you can find all these details and more at TIEvents.org. Sign up for email updates to ensure you never miss a beat. Until next time, this is Tranquility signing off and sending you all waves of positivity. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Well, thank you, Tranquility. That was awfully nice of her to drop by. Now for some sad news. We've heard some very bad news today. I got a call. Someone in our community has passed away. We're not 100% sure yet, so don't quote me, but Dr. Robert Duncan is no longer with us. I actually saw the Facebook interaction by his friend, and I'm sad to say that he may not be with us any longer. And with that news, I'm going to switch to open mic, and you're all welcome to talk freely and to each other. We'll be here for another hour. Thank you.
Hello.
Ann in St. Louis, you're up.
I have a question.
We'll be right with you as soon as Ann's done.
Hi, everybody. It's Ann from St. Louis, Missouri, your V2K warrior and state contact for the state of Missouri. I just wanted to stop in here and give my contact information. I haven't been out here and done that in ever so long. I'm happy to hear about all the new events coming up during the week. Thank you, Tranquility, and for all our moderators and everybody behind the scenes that make these conference calls possible so we can have some support and camaraderie among the targeted individual community. My name is Ann. I'm originally from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I moved here to St. Louis, Missouri a little over 10 years ago. And love to help other V2K people. I was born with a visual impairment, but it doesn't stop me from helping out wherever I can. So I'd love to give my contact information if anybody wants to reach out, talk about V2K of blindness or anything like that. Or if you're from Missouri and want to meet somebody else that's also from Missouri, because we need to get some stuff done. I'm so happy to hear about Michigan. Yes, I know somebody right now who was formerly from Michigan, so he might be coming to the call. All right, you may call or text me anytime at 314-325-2394. 314-325-2394. Wonderful presentation tonight, Mr. DJ. Well, that's
Thank you, Ann.
guys.
Thank you, Ann. If you're not busy, call Ann during the day. She's available if you got to talk to somebody.
Yeah, call or text. If I don't get back to you right away, just feel free to leave a text message or voicemail message, and I will get back to you.
Very good. Now, we had another lady that was wanting to talk right after, before you, or after, right? It came in the same time. You're next. Come on in. Hello. Well, anyway, it's open mic. Come on in.
Hi, DJ Chris. This is Jax in Millbury, California.
Hello, Jax. I'm good.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that we are trying to officially get word from the Idaho police jurisdiction where Robert Duncan lives to confirm, but they will not confirm or deny that Robert Duncan passed. But there is a very good friend of Robert Duncan who lives real close to him, who was a good friend in person, not just a TI on Facebook, but this was a friendship of in-person meeting. And she asked the police to go do a wellness check, and she has stated that he did pass away, and the police told her that they confirmed that they found Duncan deceased in the home. Now, this person, I don't know her as far as personally, but I don't think she has any reason to make this up. I would give her some credibility because of what she has stated. She's devastated. And I also noticed if you guys will let me explain, I noticed for the last 3 to 4 weeks that there was an imposter who had assumed Robert Duncan's Facebook profile. I know that's possible because it's happened to me. It's happened to other people. And I knew that it was an imposter by the content of what that person was saying. And I had even asked the Robert P. Duncan profile, I said, I want to verify it's you, Robert. Tell me something that only you and I know. And he could have said 2 different words easily, and the guy was arrogant enough to pretend to continue to lie. And he just gave out some kind of gibbledy-goggle gook. And, of course, I said, you are an imposter. And then, subsequently, all the mind-controlled TIs started saying that I was accusing Robert Duncan of being an imposter. And I said, my God, this is crazy. So I went ahead and unprinted the fake profile. And here we now are here today to say that Robert Duncan has been gone for quite some time. And I hope that that imposter on Facebook gets his just reward, because what he has done to go around and pretend to be Robert Duncan, that is that's why I left, because I called it out and then I got attacked, and so I walked away. But now we're seeing that Robert Duncan is not incommunicado. He's not responding to the best of his friends. And there is word that the police will not confirm or deny that they found Duncan. I guess they have to do their due diligence by contacting family and stuff. But as soon as we know, we'll tell you, DJ Chris.
Thank you for that. Okay, Jack,
Hello.
Thank you for your input.
Sorry, I was going to speak earlier and they blocked me. I just wanted to say some few things about that too. I was just in shock and disbelief also hearing this, because a good friend of his reached out to me and said, that is this true? And I hadn't heard of it. I've been so busy. Then I saw that many of his friends were, one of them was saying something on one of his posts. So I reached out to her from that. Somehow I reached out to like 3 of his good friends that live in Idaho, and they said that they don't want to say anything until family officially releases it, but they kept reassuring me, because I did not want to believe it, that he is confirmed passed. They can't tell me exactly why, other than that they did a wellness check. I guess the bartender did a wellness check, and but one of them said something a little strange, which I was still holding out hope. She said, I can't say anything because maybe he was on one of his sabbaticals. But then 3 other friends said, no, he is definitely confirmed dead. Another TI that knows him well, Lisa on Facebook, she said, yes, it's confirmed. I don't know. But what I was wondering was, I'm on Twitter. I'm not very active on Twitter. We have sent each other messages before, Robert Duncan and I, and the day of his last post on Facebook, he sent me a message on Twitter late at night, and I discussed this with his friend. I sent the copy of it, and I said, this is just really strange. Of course, they didn't believe in the whole TI thing necessarily. They said they don't get into his conspiracy stuff. I said, well, it's not a conspiracy. But anyhow, he sent me a message, and I was wondering if other TIs got this message on Twitter, because I was thinking, well, maybe he's hacked or something. But now I'm just wondering if something was going on. And he's leading up to this, he's made several posts on Twitter and Facebook for the last few months that he was getting threats, and he was needing to scale it back with his new book and releasing national security secrets. He's been given clear threats. And he did mention something like that very recently before this supposed passing. But on Monday, he sent me a message on Twitter. Was it him? Was it not him? I don't know. I'm wondering if anyone else got it. But it said something like he's being set up. It said he's being set up for sort of like crimes. And then he says, these are professionals. And then I sent back, what? Who? And then, it just, I've had visitors. It was everybody in my family's birthday the past week, and all this, like, in my back of my head, all I've been wanting to get back to him and see what's going on with him, and then now I hear this. But did you get that message on Twitter? I know you're on Twitter. Did you get that message from him?
I did not get it.
So that means, like, if it wasn't just like a chain text, I don't know why that they would have sent that to me, because I'm not even very active on Twitter. And so if nobody else got that message, I do communicate with him here and there, not probably as much as some other people do, but I just recently sent him a little message exchange. So that's weird. And then some of these messages that he's saying that he's gotten clear threats about his new book and he's going to have to redact some stuff. I don't know, but I got that message the last day he posted anything. And so was he like, is he gone for sure? Well, it's looking like it. Did they have something to do with it? It is very possible.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that information. That is strange.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and turn the recording off, and we'll go ahead and note that you're mentioned to Dr. Duncan in the recording notes. Thank you for watching this video. Please say a prayer for Dr. Duncan's family. We'll see you next week for another interviewee. This is DJ Chris signing off the video. Thank you for watching me on your preferred platform. Okay.